Good morning. My name is Diana and I am a 14th year teacher in the state of Illinois, and welcome to classroom day setup, I guess 2. So how's it going? I know I said day 2 with some hesitation because I did post our classroom setup day 1. However, it was I didn't really kind of consider it day 1 because it was like we technically didn't really need to be back, but I guess it was because it actually helped me get a lot of things done that I'm to the point now where I don't really need a lot of things done in my classroom. Sorry, just raising up the windows because it gets a little loud driving. So I know I have a mic and I need to start putting it on. I'm so bad with that, but I do need to start putting it on. I have it in my purse somewhere, and I just don't because, I have 50 billion other things to do. As you can see, I'm like, well, I don't know if you can see, but I'm sweating because I've been up since 7. I took my kids to school at about 8:45. They start at 9. So I got up, made them breakfast, did all the mom duties, and then got them to school. Came back home. I walked my dogs for about 15-20 minutes, and then I packed up, and now I'm on my way to school. Today is Friday. So we still don't have to officially be back until Wednesday next week, but that would be kind of hard to do because, believe it or not, so here is the interesting part. So, those people that like to come for teachers and are just like, oh, you guys get paid throughout the summer and all this other good jazz. So, so the explanation to that point is, so what they do is they withhold money during the year, or they take, well, some districts do, where they like take a certain amount and then they like harbor it and then they pay you throughout the summer. So it technically still is my money that I worked for throughout the year. I just don't get it. Or they take your paycheck and they spread it out within a 12-month period, and then they pay you a certain, because we're salaried, so they pay you a certain amount per pay period, so that way they can stretch it out to 12 months. So it's not like we're getting paid to not do anything. I mean, that money is still owed to us because we're getting paid that amount through the work that we've done in the 10 months. They just stretch it out so that way we can get paid through the 12 months. Not every district does this. I've learned that some districts do it a little differently. When I first started in Chicago Public Schools, they would literally take out like $500 a paycheck, and they would put it into an account, and then that's how they would utilize it. But then they stopped doing that, and then they were just like, we're just going to pay you your full amount throughout those 10 months, and you have to figure it out. I do like this way better, where they they basically divide your salary and then they divide it into 12, and then they just pay you, every 2 weeks like any other person. But anyway, all that to say that, so like right now, I don't have to be back at work. I technically don't have to be back at work until Wednesday. So this is me just like coming in on days that are my own free time. So like I'm not getting paid for these days technically, even though I'm getting a paycheck. I'm not getting paid for these days because these are not embedded into the salary, the amount that I make. So, but on the flip side of that, if I were to just wait and do my contract hours, then I would be walking into my classroom on a Wednesday undone, and then having to fix it up because our meet the teacher is Thursday. So I would technically have one day to get my classroom set up. And not even that, because we actually have things that we have to do. We have to attend meetings. We have to like meet with people, like our teams and all this stuff. So it's not like we're just, hey, you're here this day, and then no, we have things to do. So needless to say, a lot of teachers do, when you see these classroom setup videos, a lot of them are usually going in during their summertime, or they're going on days that they're not contractually obligated to go and to do. So just keep that in mind whenever you guys want to judge a teacher. Anyway, so I'm going in today, and then Monday and Tuesday I will probably go in maybe for a few hours just to make sure that I have everything set up. Because like I said, our meet and greet is Thursday, and then I think we're off Friday, and then I think we're off for the weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So, but that's next week. But today we're going into school. Like I said, we're gonna kind of look at the logistics of what I still need to get done. Not much, but my principal did just email me and said that I will get 5 additional students throughout the day from our dual language kids that come in, kind of like how I had it last year. So currently on my roster I have 15 kids. So if I add those 5, I will have 20. And so for math, it's not a problem because those kids some of my kids leave and go to the middle school for accelerated math. So they'll be gone, and then I'll have space. But then for ELA and science, I will have all my 20. So he was like, well, let's take a look at your classroom. And again, if you guys seen from my classroom setup day 1, make sure you go check that out. I only have a certain amount of space. So 20 kids is a lot for that space. So currently I have about 16 desks. So I'm gonna need 4 more. And I know he was saying yesterday that I could have a table where they can kind of just come in and sit. But I almost kind of feel like, I don't know about you, but I almost kind of feel like that's kind of wrong, because if just judging on last year, they were in my room for a good chunk of time, and I feel like it's only deserving that they get their own space. They should be able to get a chair and a desk to put their things in. It shouldn't just be on a shelf and they come in and grab and then sit at a table, because then I feel like they're not going to be part of the classroom community because they don't have their own space. So I don't know. I'm going to try to see what I can do with these desks. If I could make 5 or 4 groups of 5, and then maybe that'll kind of work. I don't know, we'll see, because like I said, my space is kind of small. I'll kind of map it out and I'll let you guys know, but that's pretty much the plan. And then also I met my new team teacher yesterday. Super sweet, super nice. She is like me, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, because at least my last teacher, partner, she was a little bit more on it. She was very hey, don't forget, we got to do this and we got to do that and we got to do this. And she was always on things. And I am a little bit more of a, fly by the seat of my pants. And so I feel like my partner might be a little bit like that, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm prejudging. But I mean, she's super sweet, super awesome. I'm so grateful. I feel like we're going to get along great. And we only have the year together, and then she has expressed that she will be willing to move with the kids to middle school. So she'll probably end up going to our middle school next year. But that is yet to be determined for me. I don't think that I'll be doing that, but I also don't know where I'll land. But anyway, so it's about 8 minutes, so let me kind of cut this short. So actually, I'm on my way, so I will check in with you guys when I get to class, and I'll show you guys a little bit of the progress, because I don't think I did when I left that day. I don't think I kind of showed you guys what it looked like. Well, actually, no, because I did go in a second day, and I didn't record that one, sorry. So, but I'll show you the progress of what I've made, and then kind of go from there. So I'll check in with you guys later. All right, so as you can see, it's pretty much done for the most part. I mean, I just have to kind of add a little bit more to it. Oh, I forgot to plug in my lights. I'll show you that in looks a second. I'm smiling because so I just got a note from it was left on my desk by 2 of my former students from last year. One of my kiddos, she said, "Hello, Miss E. It's my student from 6th grade. I miss you and I hope you have a great rest of your time here teaching. You are the best teacher ever. Love." And then she put her name. And then the other student, "Hi, Miss E. I really, really miss you. I hope you have a great summer. Have an awesome summer. You are still my favorite teacher." And then love, and then her name. So, needless to say, I'm just a little like, my loves. Yeah, I miss them. They're so sweet and so cute, and I still see their moms because both of their moms actually still work here. And so I saw one of the moms over the summer, and she told me about how much her daughter misses me. And then the other one I saw yesterday, and she told me the same thing, that her daughter was like really missing me, and that she was glad that I was still here or whatever. So anyway, sorry, I'm looking for my mic so if you noticed on that thing, there is a huge there's like a big thing, air conditioner. So it gets really hot in this room. I think I mentioned that to you guys in my last vlog, that they have stated that it gets really hot in here. And so they provided me with an air conditioner, like a portable air conditioner, so that way it doesn't get too hot for the kids. So it is nice to have because it is pretty cool in here, except the fact that it's kind of loud. And it also, shoot, I can't find my microphone. It's also kind of like in the middle of like the area where I was planning on doing like morning meeting and like just to hang out at the rug. So we might have to move it over a little bit and then kind of be in this centered area. But I don't know. So I'll have to figure that out. But it's only for the time being that we have the summer months, because once, winter hits or whatever, we're not going to need that in here anymore because it won't be as hot. So, yeah, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to look for this microphone piece because, like I said, I don't know. I'm going to have to play this back and see how you guys can hear me, because it's just so loud. But I'm gonna get started. So I don't know if you noticed, I did have a to-do list on my board. I have hang posters, order number stickers. I don't know if I'm gonna do that now because of the fact that they're taking up that space, and it was the number sticker, the Velcro ones that you put on the rug. So I don't know if I'll do that. I do have to make some labels. I have to make new hand signals, which I did not do because it's on my other computer. And then new cart labels. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one because I don't remember what that one was for. I was going to research some stem bins, but I don't know. I might pause on that one. Takeout boxes, which, someone did for me. Oh, Kyle, so sweet. And then I got to plan my first week activities. So I'm going to try to see what I can get done. I might be able to just hang the posters and then maybe I do have to order some supplies, so maybe I'll do that. And then, I don't know, try to remember what these new cart labels are because I have no idea what they are. But yeah, so I will check in with you guys once I figure it out. Welcome back. So, didn't really do too much. Hold on, I'm gonna unplug my phone because it was charging. So I'll pick you guys up and take you with me. So I didn't really do much. I did kind of move. So there's a single solitary desk, and then I do have my 3 sections. I'm gonna see if I get 4 more desks. Hopefully I do, so that way I can have like my 5th section. But if I have to do tables, I think from what my other colleague told me, they're giving us tables like these. And so if they're giving us tables like these, then I can kind of put them together and just make like a whole section or whatever. Hold on, let me turn you guys around. All right, so this is what it's looking like so far. So this is the lights. I didn't turn them on. Oh, those are hanging over there. I have to fix. And so again, there's that big thing in my room. I just went to go pick up these books because we use these for small group. And so my colleague my principal asked me if I can store them in here because, believe it or not, all of these are empty. I am such a minimalist that I do not even use any of these cabinets, and I do have some over here as well. Let me zoom out a little bit, and I don't have anything in there either. Maybe I think I only have something in this cabinet and these two cabinets, and that's it. And it's very minimalistic. Oh, actually, I don't have anything in this. I had my laminating paper that I just took out, but yeah, see, I just have like very minimal amount of things. And then I think this one just has like, I bended a better than paper thing because it wouldn't stay up there. The other two are up there, and if you can see them. So they didn't stay up there. So, but this is what it looks like so far. So this is pretty much the premise of it. I just have to hang up some posters. Here, let me zoom in a little. So I just have to hang up some posters. That's gonna be my like little like turn-in area. This is kind of where I'll stand and teach. That stuff back there is just like extra paper. And then this is where I have like my curriculum and then the mailboxes for the students. This was going to be my like morning meeting area, but because we have to have this monstrosity in here, we might have to switch that up. We might have to kind of congregate here in front of the door. But I don't know, we'll see kind of how it goes because my schedule's kind of really weird. I have prep first thing in the morning, so like the kids will be with me for about 10 minutes, and then they will, and then they'll go to like their specials. But that's kind of what we're looking at, so not too bad. Here, let me zoom out a little bit more so you can see my teacher area. So, I mean, it looks kind of like a hot mess, so please ignore it, but at least I have like that shelf with like some curriculum books. This is like my rainbow cart. This is where my computer and stuff will be, and then this is where my small groups will congregate, but again, don't look at how messy it is. So that's pretty much what we're working with right now. So I'm probably gonna stay another hour, and then I'm gonna head out because my kids get out at 3:30. I have to go pick up my mom, and then she wanted to drop some stuff off at Goodwill that she had. So I'm gonna pick her up and do that with her. But right now I am going to take these wonderful books and I'm going to put them in the cabinets. I don't know, should I put them over there? Maybe probably over here because this is where my small group will be. So let's do that right now. So I know you guys seen me doing them this way. What is that? Is that vertical or horizontal? Horizontal. And so I started thinking about it and I was like, oh, it was really hard to put the books in and out. Like if I take them out and put them back in like sideways. So I rearranged them to look like this and then like that. And I actually have more space, I feel like. And then these are like the teacher's manuals and answer keys and stuff, but they're all arranged and all in order. So that looks so much better. Here, let me zoom out. See how pretty? It looks very, very pretty. And then I just need to figure out where I'm gonna put that hand sanitizer. But that shouldn't be a problem. And then I'll just have to figure out where to put those bins, maybe up there, just cause that's kind of where they were. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. So I have about 15, 30, about 45 minutes. So I'm gonna finish up and then I'll show you guys the end result of the classroom before I go. So I am getting ready to leave. I feel like it's a little bit messier than when I came in, but I feel like I've made that's my tripod. I made somewhat progress. So, I mean, I got those books in, so they're looking pretty neat. And then I feel like everything else is pretty good for the most part. My desk is a little bit better. Here, let me turn you guys around. Hold on. Okay, so it doesn't look so cluttered. I mean, it's still pretty messy, but not so cluttered. This one's a little bit more messy, but that's because I printed some stuff and then I had to laminate that right here. This pile's gonna go in the garbage right now. I glued my lights because if you look down here, they were kind of falling, and so I kind of glued them so they would stay. And so I just have like random things that I have to kind of get rid of or fix and figure out, but that is for future Diana. That is for Monday morning Diana. So I'm gonna head out. I will catch you guys in the car. Just give me like 2 minutes and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I just wanted to check in before I sign off on this classroom setup day 2. I am headed to go pick up my kiddos. I kind of showed you a little bit about where I'm at. So I will be going in on Monday. So that'll be our classroom setup day 3. And finishing up just some of the things I need to finish up, the little things. But the big things, for the most part, are pretty much taken care of. So I'll probably work on some stuff this weekend so that way I can print and laminate and start getting my plans together, because school starts the following weekend or the following week. So we just have to go back and then meet the teacher. Our meet and greet is Thursday next week. So I'm on my way to pick up my kids. So I'm walking. So if I'm out of breath, I apologize. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of what we got going on in 6th grade this year. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good weekend.